Okay, Joe, so far you've had 41, 35 and 52. Your lowest mark was on the last test. So let's see if we can improve upon that. Missed 15 there. And you've missed this question out completely. What you've got to do here is you can see that the 6 is in the hundreds column, so its value is going to be 600. If they asked you for the 5 would be in the tens column, so its value would be 50. You missed out the 15 there, so you'd lose a mark for that. And you've got this correct, but you don't have to do all that work. All you need to do is round £2.95 up to 3 and see how many times 3 goes into 20. Okay, it's 2 marks for that, 1 mark for that. This is wrong. 3/4, you should know 3/4 is 0.75, or at least 1/4 would be 25%, 0.25. So you got that wrong. In ascending order, which means smallest to largest, if that is 3.4, then that's totally wrong as well. So you're only going to get 1 mark there. Here, this is very peculiar because your tallies are absolutely correct. So all the frequency is the number version of your tally. So that should be 5, 10, 7, 8. So I'm really at a loss to know what you've done there to get those numbers. So 1 mark for the correct tally in, but not for the frequency. And then the mode, whether you're using your numbers or the correct numbers, should be 2. It's what's occurring most frequently. So 2 children come up, according to you, 8 times, but in fact 10 times. Either way, it's the most. So that should be 2. So total for that page, 3, 5, 8, 10, 12. Okay, your bar chart is correct for what you've drawn. It's nicely labelled, they are in the right place, and it's drawn with a pencil, so that's good. The only penalty I'm going to give you is that there needs to be gaps between the bars, so you're going to lose 1 mark for no gaps. You need to be able to answer this question. It's 5 marks that are just begging to be given to you. So watch the video clip to practice that. 3 for the page. That's correct, that's correct, that's correct. And so is that. Well done. Full marks for that page. That's good. Right, what have we done here? 1. Okay, you've missed out a level. If you look, pattern 1, pattern 2 was 1, 2, pattern 3, 1, 2, 3. So pattern 4 should go 1, 2, 3, 4, and yours has gone 1, 3, 4, 5. So that's wrong. And if you look what's happening here, how this pattern is developing, you're adding 4, then you're adding 5, then you need to be adding 6, and then 7, and then 8. So your pattern is wrong, and that's wrong too. So no marks for that question, I'm afraid. That one's correct. This one isn't. The x and the 6 are joined by an add. It's an add 6. So to get the x on its own, you've got to do the opposite of adding 6, which is taking 6 away. 6, sorry, which is 8. This, you're not multiplying anything, so there's no 8a squared there. It's just 5a plus 1a is 6a plus another 3a is 9a. Okay, it's only going to go up to squareds if it was a times a. You got that last one right, well done. 3 for the page. That's not a good page. You should be getting more than that one. page like that. That's a very strange method that you've used there. But it works, so you get your 3 marks. You should be able to do this. Find 1/8, so 3/8 is 3 lots of 6, which is 18. That one's correct. Watch my clip for this and this. You need to be able to do it, and you have got that one wrong because you can't take 7 from 0, so you need to borrow from there as well. So what you should have had is, first of all, borrow 10 from there, so that becomes 210 to get 3. Then you need to borrow again because you can't take 6 from 2, so you take 6 from 12 and then 5 from 7. 4 for the page. That's not right. That is right. What you're doing there is adding Peter's sweets and Mary's sweets together. So if Peter had 10 and Mary had 6, you'd be doing 10 add 6 is 16. You wouldn't be doing 10 times 6. So that should be 6 plus x. 3r, you've got a 3r and a 6r, which makes 9r, and you've got a negative 4 plus 7, which makes plus 3. Okay, so you've missed out. What I was explaining when I did this in class with you is you gather together the same thing. So you've got a plus 3r there and a plus 6r there, so that comes to 9r. Then you've got a negative 4t and you're adding 7t to it, so you're at negative 4 and you're adding 7, you're going to end up at plus 3. So what you end up with is that. You need to be able to do this. This is really important because there's a lot of marks here. Watch the video clip for that. The only thing you've done wrong there is that 180 take away 56 is 124. Then you should divide by 2. And then 67 and 43, so that would be correct using your wrong answer for that, so you get the marks for that. That's good, that's good. Your line of best fit doesn't need to go through 0, it should stop about there, but it's not a bad line, and it is 61 kilograms on your graph, so that's good. 10 marks for that page. No, because it doesn't go up in order of who was weighed or measured first. That's correct. That's good. 1,000 milliliters. Not sure what you've done there. 1,000 milliliters is 1 litre. So if she's got 5.5 litres, she's got 5,000 milliliters, which is 5 times as much, which would be 40 people, plus the other half a litre would be another 4 people, so it's 44 people. And the final page. Okay, so the square should have those 3 ticks. The parallelogram should only have that tick, and the trapezium should only have that tick. So you haven't got any of the shape's properties right. That's not right. It's at least one of the sides needs to be equal in length. No, that's not what we're looking for there. Take a look at my explanation for that. We've done this recently. C times c cubed would be c to the 4, and then you'd also have to do c times negative 5. 8d take 12 plus 15 take 21d is correct. It's not an equation, there's no equal sign in it. So it's just simplifying it. You haven't simplified it completely. You've got 8d there, and you're taking off 21. So you're going down the number line from plus 8 down minus 21 places. You end up at negative 13. And in the number part, you start at negative 12 and you're adding 15, you end up at plus 3. So you don't get that. 7e plus 12 equals 3, so that's correct. Then you've got 4e equals 6 is correct. Be careful, because that should be a minus in there. So that line's correct, but it's not. You're dividing, to get the e on its own, you have to divide by 4. So e is 6 over 4. So your answer is wrong. Total for the page, 3. Okay, let's see how you've done. And there's quite a lot of mistakes in this one with you, Joe. So I don't think this is going to be your best. 12, 15, 23, 26, 30, 31, 41, 46, 49. No. You've done better than that. There's a lot of algebra mistakes in there as well, with some of the stuff that we've done quite recently. So you need to go back and check over that again, because we won't be doing it again in class. 49 would get you an E. You're 6 marks off a D. You're 20 marks off a grade C there. But there's stuff in there that I know you can do that you got wrong in this one. Okay, so there's more work to be done, Joe, but I'm sure you will set aside the time to put lots of that right yourself.